The first thing that you guys have to think about when you approach a house and how you guys get to these properties as well is client charisma. So you might be wondering, what is client charisma? It's a word that I came up with, during Academy. And client charisma is the ability to wow a client. It's not just the ability to be a videographer. No one should approach your business for the rest of, for us of forever as just a videographer. And I don't say it in a demeaning way, I don't say it in a disrespectful way, but what I can say is that most videographers, they kind of just show up, they ask them what they want to say, they ask them what they want to do, and they're somewhat just there to press record, right? And that's what most people learn, is they're just there to press record. When you have client charisma, you don't just have to press record, you can help them grow their business. We have a client that's probably 10 minutes from us right now at his house. And we added over $100 million worth of sales to his business last year. Sold the most expensive house in Jupiter ever, which Jupiter is like a little bit north of us. The most expensive house in Jupiter ever. We added $100 million worth of business. A lot of the deals, because of social media and because of his brand that he's improved, he does both ends of it. So 6% of $100 million is a lot of money. It's more than he paid us last year, which is the ROI. So client charisma is the ability to make relationships with your clients. So think about, how can you build your client's business? What can you do to add to your client's business? Think of yourself as an entrepreneur, right? Think of yourself as somebody who's not just a creative. So here's what client charisma looks like. A lot of it comes down to the greeting, because you're going to be working, as you build your brand, you're going to be getting a lot of new clients. But it doesn't start off just when they open the door or when you meet them in the driveway. It starts off on your brand, and it starts off on the phone call. So we're going to start off with the brand. You want to build your brand in a way that really represents who you want to be portrayed as. Like, what does your aspirational business look like? What does your Instagram look like? What does your website look like? That's going to set the standard for how people are going to treat you. The sales process. Do you direct the conversation? Directing the conversation is really important. You want to set the frame for the conversation. Doesn't mean you're being too much or pushy, you're just directing the conversation. You're showing up as the expert. When I hired a personal trainer in January, I was like, hey, you have an incredible physique, and I want to build my body in a way that I respect myself more, and that I'm proud of. And I was like, I trust you. And so he leads the conversation. And when it comes to your clients, you have to lead the conversation. So first, it starts off with your brand. Your brand has to have a good image. Your brand on your website and on your Instagram, it has to have a strong image. Now that you have a strong image, you're going to be able to take phone calls. When people DM you asking what you charge, you always want to get on a phone call. When you're in the phone call, you want to lead the conversation. Lead people. Don't be just answering their questions. And if they ask you, sometimes people can be a little bit more alpha on the phone, especially successful businessmen. Lead the conversation. Learn. I'll teach you guys how to redirect people who are trying to just get you to answer the question. Learn to lead the conversation, because then you're seen as the expert, because you are the expert. Everyone's going to leave here knowing exactly how to turn their business into a whole new level. You become the expert. Now, when you greet somebody at the door, that's where the whole relationship is built. You have to walk in the room and establish a presence. You have to walk in the room and they feel like they're working with an expert. If they feel like they're working with only a videographer, they're going to treat you like a videographer. They're going to tell you what to say. They're going to tell you how they want to say it. They're going to lead charge. I don't want you guys to be in that position. I want you guys to be leading the charge. So let's talk about a greeting. So come over here right now. What's your name? Where are you from?
Chitty.
Chitty?
Anchorage, Alaska.
Let's go. So he started his business in Alaska. Where are you based out of now?
Denver, Colorado.
Got it. Where are your businesses in the world?
Denver, Colorado, Anchorage, Alaska, Maui, Hawaii, Salt Lake City, Utah, Phoenix, Tucson, South Carolina.
Love it. So you guys are in the room with great people. You guys are in the room with people who are, you might be in the room doing less than $10,000 a month, ready to hit your first milestone. You might be, in different states, different areas. Everybody here is going to learn something, and everyone here is going to walk away with something new. But this is how you have to, first of all, it also matters on how you dress. Right? The first thing you have to do if you want to really change your business, go for that 7 figures, the way that you dress is really important. So, people ask how should I dress? I say smart casual. In the beginning, when you're under 10,000, you want to be a little bit elevated. You want to go a little bit more than, smart casual. For 2 years, I wore Peter Millar. So Peter Marlar is a golf brand. Anybody can go buy it. It's a little expensive, but anyone can go buy it. In the beginning, before I had any finances, everything was run off my own dollar. What I did is I bought one outfit and I washed it every single day. One outfit, washed every day. I had brown shoes, brown leather shoes. I had the pants, I had the shirt, and I had a belt, and that's what I wore every single day off of one outfit. The way that people perceive you immediately is how you're going to be treated. So it's really important. So some changes that you might have to make is no more shorts. I'm not saying, because people, the word gets out that I say don't wear shorts, people are going to hate it. I promise you guys, people are like, Claudio said you can't wear shorts. What is he talking about? This is how we built a 7-figure business. If you can show up the way that your dream client shows up, imagine, what does your dream client wear? And if you feel underdressed in the presence of your dream client, you're never going to get to your dream client. So it's really important. Like I said, and I only had one outfit. It was like $400 for the outfit, but I had one outfit. So the way that you dress is extremely important. You want to dress to impress, you want to feel confident, and you also got to remember, you're a reflection of your client's decisions, right? You show up to a property like this, I work with the owner of the developer, one-on-one directly, but when I'm speaking to him, there's builders here, there's architects here, there's investors here, and imagine how he would look if I showed up in sandals, shorts, a haircut that's overdue, and a t-shirt that looks like a little bit messy, right? So your presentation is really important. And it's gonna be something that will be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but if you wanna go for the big leagues, I'm just telling you guys how to get these houses. Because I haven't just done it here, I've done it in other areas. We've done it all over the world. So I wanna tell you guys, if you guys wanted these houses, your presentation is really important. It sounds a little bit harsh, but before you open your mouth, people are already gonna be judging you. So showing up in the right apparel is really important. This is how you want to greet a client. So imagine you're in just a regular clothing. Let's just go to the way that most people do it. You're in regular clothing, and this is how most people greet it. I will be the videographer, and he will be the client. Hey, how's it going?
How you doing? Chitty.
Yeah. So, what did you want to shoot?
This house.
Okay, cool. Where should I get started?
Wherever you want.
Okay, cool. And that's how they act. Has anyone ever felt like that before? And it's okay because that's where we start. I only had an advantage because I was working with the best wedding videographer in the world. But that's how I started, right? That's how I would have started. Before he taught me how to interact with his clients, that's how I acted. And he taught me really quick. So this is how you want to walk in, right? So a few things that are really important. Eye contact's really important. You got to be able to give eye contact. And this is why I'm telling you guys, when you walk into this place, it's a whole new reality for you. Eye contact's really important. If you can look the client in the eye, or you can look them directly in the eye without looking away, you're automatically going to change the way you're perceived. So you want to establish a strong presence right off the bat. If you establish a strong presence right off the bat, people are going to be ready to work with you. So eye contact's really important. The way that you shake their hand is really important. The way that you direct the conversation is really important. Also, here's like a quick tip. If you can connect with somebody, you can give them a comment, right? Just a comment's a really good way to connect with somebody. Comment and then connect. Think about that. Write that down. Comment and connect. If you can comment, or you can comment them, right, as you build rapport, continuing to treat it like a client that you just got, or if you can compliment them, that's great. And people, right, they'd be like, I don't want to do that. Well, then you don't have to have the best opportunities. If you want the best opportunities, you got to comment them. So first you want to do is comment them, comment the house, and then you want to connect with them. Because then they're not going to perceive you as just ready to click record. So it looks like this. And you have to know their name, right? Know their name. You have to know the pronunciation of their name. Real quick question. People will be like, I don't know how to pronounce someone's name, or I don't know how to, or maybe I didn't, catch their name. I'll just give you a quick side tip. When you're at the end of the phone call, just say, how do I spell your name again? I just want to make sure I get this right on the invoice. Make sure you get people's names correct. So Chitty. You got it. So this is, and you're prepared. Like you're walking up to the house. You're here. Here it is. Hey Chitty. Claudio. Pleasure. Good to meet you. Nice. Best house in the neighborhood.
Appreciate it. It's not bad. That's all right.
What's your favorite part about the house?
Probably the small bathroom off to the left here.
Yeah. None of the neighbors. I mean, it's an unbelievable spot, but none of the neighbors are gonna be able to compare to this.
Sure. Yeah, I'm excited for the video.
Awesome. Let's take a walk around.
Cool.
And that's where we're gonna go to next. We're gonna go to walking around the house. This is why the walking of the house is really important. The first thing is a lot of you guys are here to learn how to do the reels, right? To learn how to get agent on camera. As you're walking the house and you're just listening and asking questions, they're gonna say something that's gonna spark a hook. They're gonna say something that's gonna spark a hook. You're not there to ask them content questions, you're there to ask them questions about the real estate and learn. But you're gonna walk the house and you're gonna get the inspiration. There's a lot of bedrooms in this house, and we've done a few videos for this house, many, but we've never showed off the little bedrooms. There's just no need to. So you're gonna walk the house, you're gonna get an idea, like this house, this is beautiful. You know, Edgar did a video that went viral like first day, got him 6,000 followers from one video, but this looks great. The pool looks great. I'm also anticipating, because I know at nighttime those lights are gonna turn blue, because I can anticipate in these kinds of houses where the light's gonna be at nighttime. I know where the landscape lighting is because I've learned to look out for it. Now, that's a really advanced real estate videography. But if you're watching a replay, you know, if you're, you know, for like going back at it, or if you're here right now and you're thinking, well, that's just like, I'm not really sure about all that. It's something that you will build to, right? If you're in the garage right now, I say that, I say that because Apple was built out of a garage, and Apple is the most profitable company in the world. You are going to learn to build your brand, but you're also going to learn to build your client's brand. So when you're walking through the house, you're thinking about, how am I going to make this person look like a celebrity? How am I going to make this person look like a superstar? Even if you're in a small state, even if you're in Tampa and you're doing a $3 million condo, this is how you're going to make them look like a celebrity. So you're going to walk through the house, right? So as you're walking through the house, here's what you want to be thinking about. What are the best rooms to be shooting, and what is the script going to look like? That's the only two questions you're really thinking about. Is what are the best rooms that we're going to shoot? What are the two best rooms, right? 2, 3, 4. What are the shots that we're going to be getting, right? Is it the living room? Is it the kitchen? Is it the primary? Think about your shot list, and also be thinking about your script, because you don't need a whole lot, right? People, you're here because a lot of you guys want to learn how to shoot it efficiently and not be shooting everything and shooting the dishwasher and the laundry room. What you want to do is you want to learn to shoot the house properly. So as you're walking through the house, you're going to be thinking about two things: the script. That's super important. You're going to be thinking about the script, but you're also going to be thinking about the shots that you're going to be getting. And as you're walking through the property, you're also looking for things that are a little bit off. And if you forget to, if you see an umbrella down and you don't put it up as you're walking through the house, the chances are that you're going to forget, or you see this is uncovered furniture. The furniture in this house is worth over $2 million, but this is uncovered furniture. Typically, when you go to a house in a sunny state, it's going to have covers on it. When you're walking the house with the agent, you have to remember to take it off there and then. So you're there, the house tour is for a couple of reasons. You're building rapport with the agent, deeper rapport. You're thinking about your script, you're thinking about your shots, but you're also prepping the house. That's huge. You're prepping the house. You're making sure the pillows look straight. You're making sure that the umbrellas are up. You're making sure that the covers are not on the furniture. You're making sure that when you go back home and you're editing, that you don't realize that the house wasn't ready. Because what happens is, once you're in flow state, you'll go blind to things that are incorrect. There's great videographers who, you look at the videos, and if you look closely, there's things that are off about the video. Now, most people don't recognize it. Most people don't see it. It's very hard to look at a video and realize that there's something off about the video. It's not that you're going to really see it. Like if the umbrellas are down, or if the drone shot has, the furniture covered, or fireplaces aren't on, you're not going to see it, especially at nighttime. You're not going to see it, but you're going to feel it when it's better. So just real quick thought, I want to explain that thought, is as you're creating content, the imperfections, you don't really see them. Unless you have a trained eye, you don't really see them. But when you get those imperfections corrected, you'll feel it. And they're like, I don't know what it is about your videos, but they're so crisp. It's because the doors are open. It's because the lights are on. It's because when it comes to day to night shooting, the pool light is on. Every single light is on. The landscape lighting is on. If you're doing a day to night shoot and you have most of the lights on, but some upstairs bedrooms aren't on, you're not fully, you're not giving it its full capacity. Like I said, most people won't realize it. You're not going to be watching this video and think, there's things that are out of order, unless you have a trained eye, but you will feel it. I promise you guys will feel it.